Hey world, can you dig it? The UFC is back, baby. May 9th. It's coming back, a UFC pay-per-view event, or just a fight card. I'm not sure if it's pay-per-view or not, but the UFC is going to have 3 fight cards in a week. May 9th, May 13th, May 16th. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Get ready for it. Finally, we're going to get some sports to enjoy. You knew Dana White was only going to have to wait for so long. The UFC is back in business, baby. 3 fight cards in a week. Absolutely ridiculous. May 9th, May 13th, May 16th, the UFC is back in business, baby. I mean, absolutely nuts. If there's anyone that could pull this off, it's Dana White. Now my question is, where is this all going to be taking place? There was all the rumors about the island where they were going to have this happening, the private island. But let's find out. UFC schedules 3 fight cards led by UFC 249 on May 9th in Florida with no fans. So there goes part of your answer right there. May 9th, Florida, no fans. UFC 249, no fans. So, boom sauce, there you go. The breaking news. UFC 249 is in fact going to happen in Florida with no fans. The UFC is moving forward with plans to hold 3 events in Florida within a 7-day period, beginning with UFC 249 on May 9th. UFC President Dana White told ESPN on Friday. White also said there will be UFC cards on the 13th and the 16th. May 9th, May 13th, May 16th. 3 different UFC cards in a week. Sports is coming back in May, baby. We can all get excited for that. All 3 cards will take place at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville without a live audience. Quote, they want to fight. People are hitting us up and want to fight. White told ESPN on Instagram Live, we're putting together 3 cards in a week. People who want to fight are going to get fights. White also said there will be a card on May 23rd, but he did not say where that fight would take place. So keep track of this all. May 9th, May 13th, May 16th, and May 23rd. So it's going to be crazy. He also said international fights would begin taking place at Fight Island starting in June, man. Dana White, God bless you, man, giving us something to look forward to because we need sports. We haven't had any for weeks on end, and we're going to have a bunch of different UFC events. And their plan is to keep on schedule so they're not ruining all their future stuff, too. So should be pretty crazy when this all becomes official. It is official, but once it actually starts happening, an interim lightweight championship fight between Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje will headline the UFC 249 event. Additionally, White revealed 10 additional bouts on the card have been agreed to and signed, including a bantamweight title fight between champion Henry Cejudo and Dominic Cruz. So the UFC is going to be back in business, baby. UFC 249. The UFC is returning May 9th. Get hyped. Our withdrawal symptoms for sports will get tamed at least a little bit with the UFC coming back starting on May 9th. And it's going to be a pretty incredible run. I'm going to very curious to see how they put this all together. But should be pretty fun. And that's freaking cool, man. I'm hyped for that. We're going to get all these different fights. And we're going to get some sports back, finally. May 9th, May 13th, May 16th, May 23rd. 4 different UFC cards, including 3 in 1 week. How do you like that? That's something to look forward to for once with all this craziness going on. So I can get pretty excited for that, including, of course, the fight that we have been waiting for. In a way, Tony Ferguson isn't going to take on Khabib, but he is going to take on Justin Gaethje, and it's better than nothing. That's all I can say. It's better than nothing. It's not the exact fight that we want, but Khabib will be back eventually. He's got his whole issue with Russia and all of that. So, and what they're doing with the coronavirus. So it's kind of complicated for sure, but we're gonna get some. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be ridiculous because you're gonna have 3 different fight cards in a week. I mean, and everyone's just sitting at home, so I can't imagine what the ratings are going to be for these pay-per-views. I mean, I'm sure that's part of the reason why Dana White pushed for this so hard because it's almost like a monopoly. Like none of the other sports can do anything. And I think what also is going to happen now is once everyone starts to see that the UFC is doing this and they're okay and they're having live events, that Major League Baseball is going to try to do something similar, and I wouldn't be surprised. They're probably the next ones who could logistically figure it out. But there's so many people involved with baseball that it becomes complicated. NFL obviously not in the season. NBA I just don't know. And the same thing with the NHL. It kind of made it seem like it wasn't going to be till August we were going to get those type of sports back, if at all, if they even end up able to save their season. So this should be interesting, but we're going to have a lot of fun to look forward to here. Dana White going on Instagram Live with Brett Okamoto of ESPN, and the UFC is moving forward with plans to hold 3 events in Florida within a 7-day period, beginning with UFC 249 on May 9th. UFC President Dana White told ESPN on Friday, May 9th, May 13th, May 16th, all 3 cards taking place at the 5-Star Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville without a live audience, which is fine with me. I don't care about that as long as we're getting fights. So May 19th, May 9th, the 13th, the 16th, and now the 23rd, interim lightweight championship fight between Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje. Khabib will not be fighting Ferguson, at least for now. They're aiming on him happening hopefully sometime later this year. He has travel restrictions right now in Russia, which make it complicated. So he's not going to be able to be there. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. UFC 249 set for May 9th. Get hyped. Can you dig it, guys? Can you dig it? UFC is coming back.